version 2.16 has dropped, and it's essentially just a minor content patch with a few fixes here and there. Due to my time constraints, I'm unable to do a deep dive like I usually do, but we will be covering the main meat and bones of this patch. The first thing we're going to look at is the Hell Cannon. Firstly, we're going to have a look-see at how the audio design and the visual design is done. I can say Anders and Bruno have done an amazing job, so let's get stuck into it. The Hell Cannon is quite powerful, but has its trade-offs in comparison to regular mortars. So the Hell Cannon, you get 1 shot per resupply, it costs 150 ammo per shot, and the firing rate is significantly slower. On top of this, it has 325 meters lesser range. But to make up for this, it has almost double the lethal radius and can take half a person's HP out to 30 meters. It's also significantly better against emplacements and vehicles, with 450 blast damage in comparison to just 250 blast damage of regular mortars. Now I personally think the lethal radius should be a little bit bigger, maybe up to the 15 meter mark, but we'll have to see how it plays out in its current implementation. And for those of you wondering, yes, there is no arming distance, so you can directly blow yourself up. You can also give yourself a propane present by shooting directly straight up. The Canadians get a bit of love this patch with multiple vehicles added. 3 variants of the M113A3 APC. We have 3 variants at our disposal, 2 are open tops, one with an M2 and one with a C6. Then we have a slightly more modernized variant, which has a turret containing a 50 cal, as well as a C6 coaxial. These vehicles are basically the Canadian MTLBs, just faster. They are quite fast at 75 km per hour, you can reach a max speed I think of 90 km per hour if you're going downhill. These things aren't exactly heavily armoured, they're quite lightly armoured and easily destroyed, but they have guns to take on other lightly armoured vehicles. The weapon sights for the T-Lab variant are pretty basic, but do the job. We also get the classic G-Wagons, and 4 variants, well technically 3 as the logistics and the transport are pretty much the same aside from the capacity of supplies. Now these things are fast, they go up to 160 km per hour, and you can zip around and drift quite well on them. Now due to their speed and maneuverability, these vehicles are very potent early game. You can reach the most crucial spots for rushes as well as FOB placement early game, but they're also lightly armoured and get absolutely fucking wrecked. So it's kinda like a glass cannon in that aspect I guess. Canadians also get the CH-178, which is quite a high capacity helicopter. Now this is another historical easter egg similar to that of the F-88 on the Corolea for the Australians. This is essentially a tip of the hat towards this helicopter as it had a limited use within the Afghanistan war. And for those wondering, yes, the Griffin is still coming. Anders has done some fantastic work in reworking the AK family reload sounds. The F-88 has also received the same treatment. Now for admins trying to seed their server, their life just got a whole lot easier. The seeding mode has been updated and has taken note of how admins would enforce certain types of rules to seed their servers. Now this is integrated into the game. Forward spawns and ammo crates. Admins are also able to configure the seed mode to their liking. Examples being server owners can now set the seed match length. Default is 6 hours. They can also set the ticket values per seed layer. They also have the power to select the player requirements needed for the seed mode for things like the pre-live countdown, as well as the minimum player requirement needed to go live, and there's a bunch of other things too. Essentially, it makes things a lot more streamlined and automated, and makes the admins happy, and the players also have a smoother seeding experience as well. FOB radios have had their ticket costs adjusted from 10 to 20, which is a step towards making spamming FOBs less effective. Now this isn't a significant change, but it is a stepping stone towards the right direction. I'm not going to get too deep into it in this video. I've already done a video covering my thoughts on squad spawn system, which you can see on screen now, and there'll be a little something to click on the top left or right corner, as well as a link in the description below. The Mosin carbine is no longer a part of the Insurgent Sapper kit. It has been replaced with the Papasha, or for you uncultured folk, the PPSH. I personally think the Sapper kit should have alternate kits, one for medium range such as the Mosin carbine, as well as a short range option if you want, such as the Papasha. Now despite the role description saying you get drum mags, you do not. You just have 4 stick mags at your disposal. Overall it is a decent patch for what it is, it's a nice little content update. The patch release cadence is becoming a lot more regular like it was in the old days, so that's very good to see as well. Anyways, this is pretty much it for this video, hopefully it was of use, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.